呢個係《金剛經》，佛光山嘅《金剛經》崇唱。7月13號早上嘅
開天眼，睇靈境，靈魂出竅，定靜無為。
其實好多人唔知道呢啲係靈魂出竅嘅時候感覺得到呢個磁場海嘅磁場雲或者磁場海嘅嗰個 current 嘅即是走動。古字唔係太極咧，陰陽互衡係咪？而靈境嘅磁場流咧，對身體好好啊，係咁樣流嘅，快慢去轉一轉，遊落上，呢個就係無極旋。無極旋係對身體好好嘅。
靜坐收天體。
佢係好多旋轉嘅，磁場流嘅嗰啲 current，令到咧，哎呀唔得，繼續，我要 set 翻嗰個咩？我要 set 翻嗰個 repeat。咁其實咧，第一個《金剛經》，佛光山嘅《金剛經》好靚啊，覺得呢個就係開天眼。開天眼其實係戴住眼罩睇靈境。靈魂出竅咧就係飛行，喺個空裏邊飛，喺空間飛。但係呢個係錯覺嚟嘅，假象嚟嘅。其實靈魂係冇出竅，靈魂喺呢度磁場流咧去洗刷嗰個靈魂體。嗰個因為磁場嘅靈魂體好 sensitive 㗎，咁嘅時候咧，你感覺到自己喺度飛，好對身望死，好極樂嘅。咁但係呢個唔重要啊，重要係靈魂出竅嘅時候咧，你係會有好多覺悟。嗱，呢個係佛法啦。一切有為法，如夢幻泡影，如露係一樣嘢，如露亦如電電，夢幻泡影係4樣嘢嚟嘅喎。如露亦如電應作如是觀，呢啲係佛法。凡所有相嗱，包括呢啲嘢，皆是虛妄，好叻嘅佛法。即係話呢啲虛妄嘅唔係真實嘅。你同量子力學嚟講咧，佢唔係真實嘅喎，佢係啲 photon touch your eyes. It's not real. The world is not real. 皆是虛妄，但係咧，好多人唔記得呢句佛法， 若見諸相，即係所有呢啲嘢咧，非常，即係你睇穿咗呢啲相，即見如來。如來係咩啊？真啊嘛，真如啊嘛，即見真理真相啊！佛法好犀利嘅，佛法。所以咧，《金剛經》係好嘢啦。Dr. Lau， 我敬重嘅 Dr. Lau 咧，he always talk about 心經、黑書材有好嘢啦。六祖壇經好嘢啦。
開天眼。
咁咧就即係為難佢嘅嗰個感悟係嘛？係嘛？咁一開頭嗰首詩係唔係好記得啦。咩話？心是菩提樹，身是
心如明鏡
心
台。
如咩話？
心如明鏡台。
心如明鏡台。身如菩提樹。時時常不思係嘛？不思
時時勤拂拭。
咩話？
對，時時勤拂拭。
勤拂拭，即係掃佢啦。
勿使惹塵埃。
勿使惹塵埃，好嘢。但係呢個咧都仲係命定嘅 idea。
Like what people should do。
但係慧能點樣去回應佢咧？
所有相
係嘛？菩提本無樹，明鏡亦非台。本來無一物，無一物啊，何處惹塵埃呢？即係你冇惹塵埃，你使乜神常佛事咧？咁共像，即係俾嗰個係邊個啊？嗰個
五祖。
嗰個五祖嗎？唔係。
他是六祖嘛？他 after 五祖的嘛？Take
唔
over。
係，嗰個係另一個神獸。神獸想當六祖。
哦。
但係五祖就選咗慧能。
係。
因為佢更高將。
對。
心是菩提樹，喂。
身是菩提樹。
心是明鏡台，身是菩提樹，常常勤拂拭大概意思啦。
時時勤拂拭。勿使惹塵埃。
惹塵埃，即係唔好咁邋遢啦咁。呢個神獸講嘅，係六祖慧能咧，廣東人嚟嘅喎。佢作詩唔夠我嚟，因為佢作得一首詩。佢話：身
菩提本無樹。
菩提樹啊嘛，菩提本無樹。明鏡即個心，明鏡亦非台，即係唔係講 material 嘅嘢。本來無一物，即係冇 material 嘅嘢，何處惹塵埃呢？即係邊你冇嘢點可以惹塵埃咧？點解你要時時勤拂拭咧？係嘛？好嘢。所以咧，呢個六祖慧能咧，比神獸好嘢。所以咧，五祖就選咗佢為六祖。不過呢啲係傳說，唔知係咪真嘅，係嘛？不過好嘢啦，佛法就係咁樣。即係無為成日佢自己講咧就話，講六祖慧能無為嘅詩意，俾慧能傳得落嚟嘅一首詩。 多無數嘅境界，係嘛？
天大。
咁你話濟公嚇，無為天講無為係濟公嘅化身，唔緊要啊呢啲嘢嚇，因為冇咩意義嘅，除非我真係做到證明到靈魂嘅真相，從科學嘅角度喎，物理學、心理學、神經學、量子力學好多，仲有好多哲學。所有呢啲咁嘅學科裏面研究出嚟嘅，通過自己嘅感應嚇，我所有第二功能有晒啦，唔係第二功能，呢啲係動物功能，係靈魂嘅第六感功能，我有晒，千辛萬苦錄影，你錄影嘅係嘛？起碼有1萬個見證，所以係開闊自己嘅體驗，係嘛？你係通過自己嘅親身經歷去感悟靈魂第六感第二功能嘅真相係咩咧？你都知啦嚇，20年嚟我乜嘢都唔信，乜嘢宗教我都唔信，但我乜嘢宗教都去求學嚇，學字都係錯嘅，係求見證覺悟啊！因為佛法唔講學嘅，學係執着咯。咁嘅時候咧，感悟到，通過自己嘅親身經歷感悟到，其實靈魂出竅嘅。你好似 Dean Radin 最出名啦，喺呢度嚇，自己一個總工程師嚇，係唔係總工程師，係總 scientist for 呢個 institute 叫做 ION 嚇。但係佢冇自身經歷，佢寫好多關於心靈感應嘅書，但係道聽途說。嗱，孔子咧冇乜特長。我最中意佢一句啫，道聽途說，達之器也。哇！孔子講得好好喎，你喺條路度聽嚟嘅嘢，道聽，喺個走路走來走去就講俾人聽，係得都冇埋，你連品德都冇埋啊！得之器也，好嘢呢句，即係我哋嘅嘢唔能夠聽完就同人講，我哋係要去感悟，我哋係要理解，我哋又係去融會貫通 ，digest it and then pass on to other people when we really master the deep meaning of 係咪？咁所以孔子話道聽途說，得之器也。咁其實佛法好多嘢啦，羅永智先生，我好敬佩佢嘅其實，不過我又唔想攀緣係嘛，冇所謂啦係嘛，大家終有一日會
開天眼，
即係大家敬佩係嘛，佢好嘢，佢做醫生可以突然之間發心去講心經係嘛？不過佢講嗰幾樣嘢咧，當時咧我唔知佢而家可能做心做咗好多啦，係比較皮毛啲嘅嘢嚇。即是佢講到哇好犀利喎，心經係咪啊？唔似我乜唔緊要啦，呢個唔好執着。但係其實《金剛經》、《六祖壇經》金剛經、心經、六祖壇經都係好嘢，係嘛？心經我最中意嘅就係不驚不怖嚇，即係當你理解咗佛法， 你萬事不驚不怖，好緊要啊！唔容易做到啊，因為你見到神附體，你哋驚啊，咁你見到魔鬼啊，你見唔到神啊，係嘛？見唔到神嚇，我真係從來都唔驚呢啲嘢。哇 ！My Master God, I surrender all my body and my mind and consciousness to you. Possess me and control me. I don't worry about anything. If I am an evil person, take away my life, and I'm sure I will go to heaven. 係嘛？唔緊要啊，係嘛？咁所以一個人即是無求品自高啊嘛，你話，即係你求生都係一種求係嘛？就係違反佛法啦，係嘛？所以我成日叫你，係咪驚啊？去見神，掛咗咪掛咗咯，上天國冇咩係嘛？喺呢個人世間嘅命定喎，我就睇落嘅。Because when anyone who experience out of body experience and experience the heaven vision and fly into the vision, and then you all of a sudden to understand that when they will have nothing that you could enjoy better. Because for the soul swimming in the magnetic wave 嗰樣嘢可能 dark matter 嚟㗎，你係睇得到佢㗎，你戴住眼罩，你天眼開嘅時候，你係睇得到佢㗎，睇到佢喺度。好靚喎！你突然間可以跟住佢飛咗上天空喎！你可以喺個巴夫窿度咧，可以睇到整條大廳嘅隧道，一啲清清楚楚，連個爐頭都清清楚楚 ，refrigerator 都清楚，自己咁飛過去，翻出嚟，轉彎旋轉，升高落嚟。That's amazing. That's the magnetic wave brushes your magnetic soul body. That's very, very sensitive and could be sensing the particle wave. The particle wave is not the general wave, it's the magnetic wave. Magnetic field wave 呢個係複雜，但係無為寫緊個書一定能夠征服所有嘅科學家，因為我已經同 Berkeley、Stanford 同埋加拿大嘅大學專門搞呢啲嘢嘅人，係嘛，同埋英國嘅科學家傾過，而且10年前10 years ago I have already discovered the complete 10 points about scientific human soul and the truth of it, and provided to the East Berkeley Chancellor. At that time, my son is studying it. Oh no, will be entering East Berkeley. And I met with him, I submitted to him. Of course, he would not understand because he has a background of physics, but he has no interest about human soul. But because of that, I put up on YouTube. That means at that moment, 10 years ago, more than 10 years, about 13 years, I was the first person in the world who discovered this scientific human soul theory, right? That's a stamp of the time. So, first of all, we should not care about individual, personal interest, about our fame, about money, everything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the mundane things. Spiritual things is much more important, right? Many people think that, oh, you are weird, right? Of course it's weird.
親有為法，
Because did
如夢幻後嚟。
was Einstein at that moment when he generated the relativity theory, what was he being regarded or viewed by the whole world? Weird, a weird scientist. No one understands his theory. It's just like me at the moment. It doesn't matter. No one understands me. Later, they will understand. And even if they don't understand, that's their 无明. 佛法说无明 means 无明 English. How to translate it? That's
kind of ignorance, kind of
ignorance.
Ignorance,
That's correct.
yeah.
Ignorance. So that's why you are my good English teacher. Means they are stupid human being, right? In another sense of ignorance, right? So one day they will understand. I don't care because I don't aim for getting money, right? So after I die, you will be benefit, right? You will get great benefit or wealth from my theory, my writing. It's good enough because you provide me through living condition and let me concentrate to writing my book and doing meditation and inviting God, Buddha to come onto me, to possess me and give me revelation. Is it? Happened. What's it called?
epiphany.
Yeah,
Epiphany.
epiphany. It's like a 天启 or 神奇的那个经验. So it's like my brother, one of my brother at Hong Kong Martin. Oh, money. You have money? You have money? Oh, I have a lot of money in figure, right? Oh, what's your success? You don't have money to show other people. And I want to tell him, what's your success? You always go bankrupt. If you listen to me, I tell you to restrain yourself, and when you think that you have enough, then stop, slow down, and then do the right thing for the society. You didn't do it, and then lost everything, right? He lost everything. You know, like the assets is less than his capital. But anyway, it doesn't matter about him. People are always like that, especially for those people who came from China and go to Hong Kong to do business. They think money is the most important thing. I need to be famous, and so everybody worship me. No way, no one worship you. The people just follow you and chase you and try to flatter you in order to get a piece of your flesh and money, right? Am I right? Right? He's ignorant, you know. But anyway, don't talk about him. So, 这里说一切有为法 means all the mundane world. Basically, 有为法是 mundane world, everything. 皆是虚妄 all of them are illusion. And one means crazy and the unrealistic expectation. 如露亦如电 It's like dew, right? 露是 dew. It's like 电 electricity
Or lightning.
or lightning. But before that there was one 一切罗法如梦幻泡影 means all the mundane world is just like a bubble.
Dream. 梦幻 illusion.
Dream and illusion.
A bubble.
Bubble and shadow.
Right.
And it's also like dew that comes from the sky and like electricity or at the same time 是路电。应作如是观是 should be viewing things in this way 啊。嗱，凡所有相 all the mark in the world means all the appearance in the world 皆是虚妄 are all elusive and 妄怎么说呢？是妄想啊，就是说 crazy thinking，crazy thought。
就 far fetched 的那种。
凡所有相皆是虛妄 are all empty, vacant, and 妄想。就 like what? How can you interpret it? 虚妄
Like a far fetched thoughts.
far-fetched thought. Yeah. 凡所有相皆是虛妄，但係好多人讀佛法唔讀後邊嗰句，若見諸相 ，whenever as if you see the mark means the appearance, the elusive appearance, see through it and see the truth, then 即見如來 you instantly, immediately, suddenly could see 如來。如來 means 真如 means truth, right? 如來 is a佛, is a Buddha, but that Buddha represents truth. When you see through the illusion in this world, you will immediately see the truth. That's important. That's me. 當你睇幻覺 hallucination, heaven, right? That's hallucination. But it's not completely hallucination. Because hallucination is based on something that is not real, right? But 開天眼 open the celestial eyes when you see the heaven or nirvana situation. That's not hallucination in a general sense, because it based on something real. What's real is the data, information in this space. When you focus, the information in the space would come into your mind and connect it to information source, and that source generate a movie-like dream. The vision is based on the information. That's like we have a film to project the movie. So that's the movie. So it's not hallucination. Can you say that movie is a hallucination? No, right? It's true. It's true because it's a movie. It's not hallucination. But yet, the great thing is that you see a 3D movie and at the same time you fly into it. Why you feel like you fly into it? Because your soul perception, your magnetic soul had felt the magnetic wave currents moving. Currents, right? Moving. That brush your very sensitive magnetic body and let you feel like you are flying. Because when the current coming here, you are flying forward. When the current coming down, you are flying up. Flying up. When the current moving from left to right, you are flying to left. When the current coming right to the left, you are flying to the right, right? And the remarkable things of that extremely sensitive magnetic soul perception is that it's so sensitive that it envelop the information, the data wave, right? And the wave is coming this way. It's like my 无极 swell palm. Slow, fast, turn, go up, slow, fast, slow down, go another way, and at the same time you fly into this current, and the vision itself is rotating. Did you imagine that? You try one time, right? Do you imagine that?
Yep.
It's flying here and there, and see the vision is turning around, up and down, fast and slowly. That's the essence of the soul perception. Like many scientists in this world, they cannot understand why there is an out-of-body experience, why there is a near-death experience when the people almost die. They said, oh, because there is the out-of-body experience, because that means the human have a soul, they fly out to the space and have the endoscopic, means 反光自看，就是 fly out as an eyes to see yourself. You say, 哎呦 that's your soul body fly out and see back onto you, and then you are sitting there. So that means there is a soul could fly out. No, scientists please understand more, because you don't have the experience, you don't have the personal experience. You just hear other people's talking when they have after they have the near-death experience, right? And when the people come back from the near-death experience, it's like you just have a dream. How can anyone tell their dream accurately, correctly, in great detail? No way. Only Wu Wei create a very scientific way to let you record it at that moment. When I feel everything, I didn't feel my body because it's soul perception come out, but use my mouth, focus in one point to be able, that's God's practice, to explain. When I don't have any consciousness, I can still use my subconsciousness to explain. It's like dream walking people. They explain what I feel, what I see, what's the situation. That's the very convincing, unquestionable method of doing the scientific experiment, right? right? Do you agree?
Yep.
In the old day, Buddha's time, Jesus' time, Muhammad's time, any religion's creator's time,
開天眼
they don't have scientific knowledge, and they don't have any scientific technique too. So that's why they feel something, they perceive something, but they don't understand it, and they cannot record it. And when they wake up, just like a Christian worshipper, when they are very 灵恩教派，就是说 very focusing on spiritual side of Christian. They in the church, jump, they could feel kind of soul perception, of course, right? It's like Islam people, they for what? Is to let the soul perception to come out, to feel God. Like the Jewish people, they stand in front of the, what do they call? Crying wall? Wailing wall? Wailing wall? Wailing wall. They said, they want to shake his mind enough to let the soul perception to come out so that they can feel God. Like the Taiwanese people, they are very superstitious. I tell you what, Chinese people is not superstitious. They don't believe in God. They play God. They try to let God to bless them. So their Buddha is not the real Buddha. It's the Chinese Buddhism. This is, oh, I burn fruit, I burn food, I burn meat, I burn chicken to Buddha. And the Buddha or the Bodhisattva will feel very happy. Will be very happy to accept them and then bless them. Hey, come on. Why Chinese people think that they can bribe God? They can bribe Buddha. Right? Right? Do you agree with me? If God can be bribed, that's not God. Right? And also, Christian, the great thing of Christian is the cross. See, did you see the cross? Mm-hmm. The Jesus Christ nailed onto the cross. For what? For the human beings' understanding about God and to be enlightened, to believe in God, and for the suffering of the human being. I have the same mentality because in order to decode the truth, scientific truth of the scientific human soul, many people will spit on me. You're crazy. You know nothing, right? That's the cross I'm going to bear and shoulder. It doesn't matter. I don't need any people recognize me. One day, because at the moment God recognized me, Buddha recognized me, Bodhisattva recognized me, that's good enough. Human, according to Buddha, is all meaning ignorance, means they're all stupid. Don't worry about that. they need to be enlightened so that they can have a vision and enjoy the nirvana, means 天国, the heaven, when they are dying, but it's too late. And I could tell everybody, according to my research and experience, there's no heaven, there's no 天国. That's all what the human created. Because religion is created by human, it's not God. If you said Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, is it Islam?
Islam.
Everything, every religious,
Or Muslim.
Catholic religion, and what else? Taoism, all created by God. Don't humiliate God, don't look down on God. God did not do anything. You, human, created religion. God is there. You created religion to worship God. And church is not a physical place, and church will be in your heart. You read Bible, right? The interesting is that Pastor Wilson Wong, when I have the blessing to experience to be 天人合一, means to be united with the one and my body, and to be enlightened with a lot thought about and understanding about religion. He said, oh, well, I feel bad about you because my church have a lot people that are sick, and I could see every different type of problem they have, and I feel very bad about you that you become one of the 菜過你啊，我點知？跟住 after few days after, God possessed me and I see heaven, and I got the revelation with a message from God that have teaching in a teaching, right? Because the message is reading this way. It's talking about God, human, Buddha. What's the relationship and the soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole message like that. At that time, I didn't know anything about Buddhism and about Buddha. And when you read vertically on the first words of every line and vertically on the last words of every line, there is a what? 15 words poem, right? 我世天我世神你世，將其我以問真。咩啊？
人我果。
人我果一心神，人道神，信神做人真必。哎呀，幾犀利！我世咪咪我。天我是 the heaven and me, another world, right?
Yep.
神你是 God and you is another world. 係嘛？呢個世有 world 嘅意思，亦都有 dimension 嘅意思。信其我以問真 ，believe miracle. I have already asked the truth. question and ask the truth。我幾犀利啊！我細天，我細神，你細。呢邊係咩啊？你抄嘅，因為你睇住佢回應啊嘛，係嘛？人我果 human me and achievement food right achievement 疑之信 question doubt understand and believe faith right 人我果疑之信咩啊？信乜 believe in what 人到神From human to God， 哇幾犀利啊！三個字，呢度係信其可以問真，呢度信神做人真明。Believe in God is human beings' true destination. Destiny. He did not say that. Believe in God is what we must do. Believe in God is what the human need to do. No, it's their destiny. It's their 天命，真命嘛the true 天命 means the true life and the true meaning of their life and the true reason they come to this mental world. 哇！幾犀利啊！幾犀利！我一直唔信啊 ，for 20 years, for last 20 years, I don't believe anything. Even though the one, the Buddha, God, 上帝英文怎麼講？耶和華 checks me so many times, give me message. Because I don't worry about dying, because such kinds of process is near-death experience, is get very close to the edge of dying. When you cross the line, you cannot come back anymore. So every time I talk to you that, this time I go to invite God to possess me, and the Buddha possess me, I may not be able to come back. If I cannot come back, you please be sure to continue to write down my theory that I have already completely discovered about the scientific human soul, means that's the sixth sense perception and the truth about it. 係咪？我遲遲都準備死我咁可怕啫！人生你試過 near-death experience， 你試過 out-of-body experience， 係嘛 ？When you experience near-death experience, when you experience from near-death experience, you see the vision of heaven and you fly into the heaven vision, and then you enjoy the out-of-body experience for the flying, and never want to come back to this world. What's the benefit of living in this world? Everybody know that from their biological sense. No doubt about it. The best happiness is the orgasm, right? But enjoying the outer body and the near-death experience is actually your magnetic soul have all the million spot of the sexual organs G point. You know what I mean? Means the 支点最 sensitive 的那一点，因为都小看 ，don't look down on the sexual intercourse, because when the people have sexual intercourse, first of all, that's God's blessing to let the human being to continue to generate the next generation, right? And to steal human and all the animal to continue to make next generation of the animal or human. Bible said that. So that's the great thing, because I understand that. I always believe that when the people feel the intercourse orgasm, that's the one moment, split of second, they become heaven and human united completely, because they forgot every mundane thing, they forgot any subjective consciousness, they have extreme happiness to be with the one, the God. That's the time people got enlightened, but they don't pay attention about that. That's the pity of the human being. So, like even Dr. Dean Radin, they're talking about out-of-body experiences, really the representation of soul could fly out into heaven. I'm sorry, wrong. Near-death experience is just the soul perception that represents what they feel or perceive about the magnetic wave in the magnetic field. The currents is moving around and 起起伏伏，高高低低， like a swirling up and down, fast and slowly, and that's very happiness. And especially, they said that, wow, no, the human soul can really fly out and have the eyes, the celestial eyes to see yourself. No, I tell everybody, I'm sorry, just give me a little bit more time. When you set up 1 mirror, 2 mirror, 3 mirror, 4 mirror in the back, you sit in the middle, very soon you can see yourself. Like you close your eye, use a eye field, your eye shield, right? It's so simple. It's not the soul fly out to see yourself. It's just that your soul perception can pick up the information that's sent out from that point. That point is like eyes and looking at you, right? And why you can feel the soul flying through, go over there and get close to hit the wall? It's because your soul perception is extended to that zone, but that's not this physical world. It's about the magnetic field and the soul dimension. One thing I also want to explain up to this point is that I forgot. What's that? And there are a lot of things, a lot of theory, a lot of discovery, and even remote viewing. I experienced all the 6 sense function. The people said spiritual function of a human. No. I tell them, especially the Chinese, 特异功能. No. That's 不是特异功能，那是动物功能。That's not special human function. That's only animal function. Because why? The human being, when they try to grow up, they try to learn to suppress the 6 sense in order to explore and develop and reveal their 5 senses. 5 senses: seeing, hearing, touching, 眼耳口鼻 eating, taste and smelling. 5 senses. That's because of the 5 senses they emphasize and try to train themselves constantly forever to develop it and make them to suppress the potential 6 sense that any animal could have. Animal can sense a lot of things. So when you talk about, I have all the 10,000 evidence in videotape that you make, right? To prove that I have all the special function, means 6 sense function. Most of them even revealed it and presented in front of many people, right? In the church, many times in the church, on the temple, and everywhere, right? What's that? Precognition, right? I predict this one day. What's the year? What's the year?
About the what? The earthquake dream?
2011.
2010.
2010. The Easter.
April 4th.
April 4th.
Mm-hmm. Easter Sunday.
Huh?
Easter Sunday, yes.
Easter Sunday. Yeah. The whole night I have very turbulent dream that I have never dreamt about. 3 different dreams about earthquake, and the earthquake is so explosive. It's like shaking the whole world and the world and the earth, right? And every time I woke up, I immediately record it, right? Record it in advance. And the next day, we went to church. What's the church called?
Guidepost?
Expo or something.
Guidepost.
Gospel.
Gospel?
And with Pastor Wong, right? In front of I have the revelation or epiphany for 3 times immediately in front of everybody, right? The first time I came across to Dr. Andrew Wong, I said, hey, this guy is so tall, so big. That's your son, right? I do not guess anything, never. But it's like God possessed me and make my mouth to say that way. He immediately say that, no way, how did you know? Nobody say that from my first appearance that's my son, because we didn't look like each other and it's so big and so tall, right? Do you remember what I said? I said, I don't know. It's just by impulse, like God tell me to tell you. And then, next time, when after the church service, right? It's an Easter service, they have some playing, right? Mm-hmm. And then we went to the canteen. Is that called cafeteria or canteen?
Cafeteria.
We are waiting in line for the food. Let me stop that first. And I joke about that to you, right? Hey, Chen, how about that? You wait in line and let me go get a table first. Or otherwise, later when we get the food, or we may not have a table and sit and chair to sit, right? Then all of a sudden, I speak Cantonese, but that's the church speak Mandarin, right? Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, someone behind me said, hey, 唔好咁吊鼻啦，呢度係 church 嘅，唔使霸位嘅咁，即係佢嘅 meaning 係咩啊？你英文識唔識點翻譯啊？佢就 hey, don't be so naughty. This is church. You don't need to occupy
find a table
the
in
table
advance. Mm-hmm.
in advance. and then turn around and look at him. I don't know why. All of a sudden, he shocked me that he can speak Cantonese, right? Look at him. He said, "Are you a doctor? Medical doctor?" 你係咪醫生啊？ He said, "How do you know?" "What? You just met it for the first time." I said, "I don't know. Maybe the God tell me to tell you, right? You are behind me, right? You are beside me." And it turned out that that's the brother of Dr. Andrew Wong, our great friend.
Brother-in-law.
Huh?
Brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law, Dr. Lim, right? And then we laugh, right? And then when we sit together, because I'm so religious, and though I'm not a Christian, and we went over there so many times, right? Pastor Wang Liping, who used to work as a pastor in Wilson Wong's church, okay? We met him over there first, and he has his own church later on. And Simu, the past wife, right? And Dr. Andrew Wong, Dr. Andrew Lim, and some woman, and a lot of people, right? At least more than 10 people, and we sit in the middle together, facing Dr. Wang Liping, Dr. Wang, Pastor Wang, And I felt very strange that Dr. Lim, who I just recognized that he is a doctor, talking with any other people except the woman beside him. That's very strange, because usually in a church, everybody friendly and talk to everybody. Why you especially intentionally not talk to the woman, the lady beside you, right? And that lady too is very nice too, right? But didn't get a chance to introduce to us. And then I believe in my heart, that's really Dr. Lim's wife. But the thing is that why they didn't talk each other is like enemy and hostile or something like that, right? So I want to confirm this point because my feeling. I have two impulsive feeling that turned out to be correct, right? And I asked Dr. Lim, I think out a good way, because you cannot just ask people, is she your wife? But if it is not, then someone may feel insulted. Why you saying she is my wife, right? I said, hey, Dr. Lim, please tell me, you listen carefully what I ask you, and then you answer me. What I want to ask you is that, is your wife came to this church today too? Dr. Lim sitting over there, and on his right is that lady, right? But Dr. Lim intentionally looked over there to his left and said, let me see, let me check. Oh yeah, my wife is over there. That means he confirmed his wife had come to this church. Did you hear what I said immediately? No, Dr. Lim, that's your wife. Everybody's shocked, right? How did you know? Because Dr. Lim said that his wife is over there, but his wife is actually there. That's soul perception. That's sixth sense. That's ESP, right? Extrasensory perception, right? There are a lot of that type of things has happening, right? And then we stay in the church for 4 hours to discuss about Bible. They respect me. They spend so much time to talk to Bible with me and discuss, because I have a lot of question and want to discuss it and ask them question humbly, respectfully, right? Interesting thing is that after that, when we get home, it's about 5 o'clock, right? And you ask me, hey, Wei, And you want to check whether there is a earthquake today that had happened, because you have 3 dreams that about earthquake that you have never in your life have that type of dream, right? I said, no. I'm not superstitious. I don't think I have that power. No way. You don't have to check, but you insist to check, right?
Yes.
And once you check, what happened?
There was a big earthquake in Southern California, near the border of Mexico. Baja California or something.
Big 3 different earthquake in the California that day during we were at the church. And then there's one is the most, what was that called? Highest, what咩啊？佢點講啊？嗰啲地震
Very high on the Richter scale.
What is the scale? 7.9.
Oh, I don't think it's that high.
Huh?
It's not that high, but
No,
it was
no.
very big.
That's very high. It's right at the border of California and Mexico. You can check. I have the newspaper.
Yeah,
that day.
I know.
Can you believe that?
I can believe that because I wanted to check the news
No,
on CNN.
because those 3 different earthquake dreams
Yeah.
I recorded right at the moment and 3 different times in the different hours, right? There's one, the last one is so turbulent, so unbelievable, so shocking that even I in the dream I was with my cousin in China, Han Yu, Mr. Tao, that all of a sudden he got the earthquake, swirl into another room. I said, oh gee, what happened? And then, like the earthquake is coming onto me. The first thing right at that moment I said was what? Naturally, I said, 上帝保佑, bless me God, right? 上帝保佑 is it? Bless me God, right?
Yeah.
And the earthquake stopped
God bless.
and moved back a little bit. And then I still get very scared, and I had said the second things is about 一贯道士 5 words. 咩啊？我哋
我是真经，或者是真言都可以，我是真经的。
五字真言，那个英文叫什么？
本来是无字哈。
5 words what?
I don't know.
5 words blessing.
Okay, or sutra or whatever. I don't think it's a sutra.
我说，五字真言啊，他又推了很多那个earthquake啊，本来汹涌而来嘛，从天而降，最后我说了一句阿弥陀佛。I don't know why. At the time, I don't believe Buddhism yet, right? It completely disappeared, the whole earthquake. Can you believe that? In the dream. And why I remember, because right when I woke up at about 6 o'clock, right at the time, in the early morning, I recall that. And one is about 3 o'clock, another one is about 5 o'clock, something. And then another one is 6 o'clock, and every time I record it and I go back to sleep, right? This is interesting. And it turned out that the dream reflects the reality that had happened later on. It's not before that, right? So that's precognition, right? 就是预觉先知 right? I have a lot of type of experience. So remote viewing, the people say that, oh, someone have a near-death experience when they have a surgery, or they when they have the anesthesias and to belong the whole consciousness, and they have a dream, they see a pair of red shoes on outside of the clinic, and on the balcony. And after that, when they wake up, they remember the dream. They ran out and say, there is the red pair of shoes there. Actually, no one could see, right? That's from scientist book, right?
Yeah.
Talk about ESP, extrasensory perception. So they think that, the soul can fly out. What time is it now? 1:41. I will finish it immediately. The soul fly out, can see things. That's what they call remote viewing, clairvoyance, all right?
Mm-hmm.
According to my experience, I have that type of experience, right? When I in the bedroom, in the bathroom, when I do meditation, when the soul perception come out, I could see the whole hallway. This hallway. You take a look.
It's a mess, no, forget
Huh?
it. Hallway,
No,
yeah.
it's not mess. It's very beautiful. Our writing studio.
Mm-hmm.
I can see everything, every spot, and every detail of the structure of the wood floor. And then I could see the kitchen. I could see the pressure cooker, and I could see the electrical rice cooker. Everything so clear. I could see the window up there. You see up there the window, and this window. I could see the sofa and then fly out, and then come back, and then walk up to the staircase. You see this staircase over here?
Yep.
To my loft. See everything. Is that your soul fly out to see things with the celestial eyes? And the people say, celestial eyes is in between the eyes. That's what I decoded too. No, the celestial eyes is actually inside your eyesight. But when you close your eyes, with eye shield, you focus one point, it looks like it's in the middle. So that's why when Buddhists said very well, Buddha, you need to be enlightened to know the truth. Otherwise, you will be what? 遮障.
Hmm?
遮障, cover your eyes. Your eyes will be blind by illusion, right? Right?
Yeah.
The so-called soul eyes is just these two eyes. But when at the normal situation, the photon come into your eye socket through the cornea and this and that, are a lot of theory to hit your mind and put the image in the back of your head. And then don't forget that when you think about that, it generates the electricity and go with the magnetic electricity, come out to send out the image to the space. And that photo, just to my opinion, don't cover your face. I want to see your face. And then the image in your brain throughout. In the ordinary time, you see the photon come into your eyes. So that's why Buddhism and quantum physics said it very correctly.
Why are you standing there? Sit over here.
Comfortable. Okay.
Now be careful. It's
Said it very correctly. The whole mundane world is the illusion or delusion, right? Because you did not see anything. You only perceive the photon that reflected from any objects of the material that hit your eyes. That's not the real world that you have seen. It's just that you realize the photon of the image comes from the source of the material, reflected from the material to hit your eyes. And they said that the scientists, the world is not the real one. It's not true. Why? Because from the quantum physics, you go into that, there is no solid things. It's all the particle. When you touch this, you feel it's hot, it's existing. It's because of the electricity and the static that reject your electricity and your static and that type of thing from your hand, okay? Right? So nothing is really as what we have been seeing, right? So nothing in extreme sense, don't worry about the time, okay? And because I want to tell the scientists for a very long time already. So nothing is real in this world. And what we have been seeing and feeling and smelling is just the elusive particle that come into my senses, right? So the receptor, especially our skin is the receptor that perceives the hardness of any object, right? So the whole world is elusive. It may be only elusive, or maybe just a dream, right? Buddhists is saying the same thing. Quantum physics is saying the same thing, right? So don't believe everything that we have seen, right? So like even your parents, they always say, oh, I see it, I see the 法会, I see the 法会怎么讲? Gathering, the religious gathering, right? I really see the 三才怎么说? 3 talent.
There's 3 representatives trained to
Okay.
be possessed by the one. Yes.
天才. Okay. The human talent, earth talent, heaven talent, right? They are doing 3 different things, but no, you cannot just say that I saw them doing really. Just like Taiwan, those 鸡童怎么说 possession, right?
Not only in Taiwan, also in in Asia too, Indonesia, Malaysia, they all do that.
Malaysia, they do that.
Even Thailand.
But I tell you what, Indonesia people, they're doing the things that may be more advanced to let them have more connection to the so-called God. But God is the energy. God is the center of the information, right? So you cannot just say that God is the greatest God who created the world. Creating the world does not need any God, like Big Bang theory or any other theory, right? Human being is very interesting. Because it's so organized, there must be God. Why don't you think that? It's because it's so organized and so logical that make every one of us and the animal and the plants and the vegetables and everything, tree or everything can exist in this world. Did we find any world that have a life at the moment in the very close area? No. So that's the scientist's probability, right? In the statistics, probability. You cannot say that something random happening that represent God's creation. I always say that, right? When a remote area, someone who was secluded and excluded from the common world, right? What's it called? The native people?
Aborigines?
Aboriginal
What?
people, when they suddenly see the airplane flying,
Yeah, you know that movie?
they
God
worship.
must be crazy?
Oh God! Only
That's
God
from the
can,
movie.
Only God can fly, except animal, except bird. Well, how can someone, the structural material structure can fly and come down, and inside there is some human that we have not seen, or at that moment maybe alien, to come out. Oh, they think God, right? Mm-hmm. You can do something I cannot do. People think that when they see something that it can do, and our human usually cannot do, but that's God. That's wrong perception, right?
No.
God is what? It's a computerized information center. They control information in the information and data zone, right? 信息海 in the information ocean, right? They know everything because the information is flying through the whole space, and when they control it, they pick it up, then they know everything. True. It's just like me when I got possessed and meditation to a point that and can connect it to other people's brain and know what they are brain thinking. We have that experience a lot of time, right?
Right.
It's not God. Am I God? I'm not. I have all the ESP experience, personal experience for more than
Experiences.
experiences for more than 10,000 evidence that has been recorded in video camera. So, remote viewing is not remote viewing. It's just when you think, I want to see your face.
Let's see my face. You should use the video camera to record because this is taking up a lot of space in your cell phone.
No, don't worry. We can just download it. Remote viewing is not your soul come to that place to see things in the remote area. Remote viewing is not remote viewing. Clairvoyance is not remote viewing. It's just that I have proved it for at least 8,000 evidence in my video. Right? It's just that human and the animal can pick up, even with the sixth sense, right? Animal have the sixth sense, most of them, can pick up the information and react it to that information accidentally or after being trained that to understand the information, right? It's just like I like 2, 3, 4, 5. When I walk, all of a sudden I turn, I see the clock, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my son's birth time is 3:53. I like 3:53, and all of a sudden I look, the clock is 3:53, even though it's not the right time, right? And it's not only the clock. Car, automobile, license plates. In California, it's very relaxing because the last 3 digits is 3 digits, right? They already have some series of number. When I drive, especially when I have been distracted, because means my 5 sense has been suppressed in a way. Right? You need to drive, you need to look around, you need to see, respond to all this the traffic situation, right? All of a sudden, when the car comes from behind, right? I don't look around. anytime, right? You know me, right? Because I
Yeah.
want to test my soul perception. And when it just come out, I will look. That's 333. That's 2345. That's any number. I like it like a 62652, right? The time God God came onto me the first time, right? And 723. That's the date. 2006, July 23rd, right? 723. Those numbers doesn't have any meaning to any other people. So whenever someone feel like to that object, your human soul, the magnetic body could register that information. And when the remarkable thing is that when that source come around you and your sixth sense, the human soul, could generate out the rate of the, like a radar, right? To search. And when they hit something that you like, that you have registered in your mind or your soul perception, they will, when you, five senses has been suppressed, right? After you have been training, right? Just like me, right? You will respond to look. Means that information can trigger you to respond, to turn, to look. Isn't that very remarkable? Even the sign of the house, even the license plate, even anything that happen around you. It's just like me, right? I like to see beautiful girl, right? Or beautiful or handsome man, right? When I walk around somewhere, or I turn, right? I see, wow, beautiful lady. Wow, handsome man, right? Why? It's because the same thing. But that's very exceptional, very remarkable, and very awesome and exceptional and extremely mystical, right? Because for the clock, for the house sign, and for a license plate, or anything, or like a human and
License
something you
plate
like,
number,
it's just a pattern, right? It's just a pattern. And the sunlight shine onto that pattern and reflect it with the photon, and you could respond to the pattern that you like and register in your mind. Isn't that remarkable? But that's sixth sense. Animals have the sixth sense. Humans they are very wise, very advanced, and very stupid. Then they try to suppress their sixth sense, right? So they ignore the soul perception. They try not to develop it and try to suppress it. And that's why Tim Rin told me that, right? In his book, right? The kids, as young as 6 years old, right? Even my son, right? When he's 5 years old, we have tested him. I have tested him. I said, okay, focus. I'm driving at that time. I was driving. I said, focus, and try to think what number come across my mind. Every time, he detected, right? Every time he detected.
Yeah.
So it is full. It's not that young kids could have devil eyes. Some people say the devil eyes, you can see devil and you see gold. No gold, no devil.
You mean ghost?
Ghost. No ghost, no devil. Because you need to understand that if God is all powerful,
Hi. Wait, can you wrap it
so
up?
that's why sometimes people don't think. Bible is very contradictory. The experts said it. The Bible experts said it.
Yep.
Of course.
我发这给你自己搞了，你要弄多久啊？老
Of
公
course. No. It will finish in 10 minutes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee. Okay. It's not kids have great eyes. It's just that their five senses is not, the subjective consciousness is not that firm yet.
Not that strong yet, okay?
Not that firm and not that strong.
高高真。
They could be affected not by
Yes.
only 10 more minutes.
好啦，
It's about God.
Oh.
You have faith about religion, right? It's because their subjective consciousness is not that firm, not that well developed, that would not automatically hamper or prevent them to receive or realize and respond to the information in the world. Vision, hallucination is not real hallucination, because hallucination is basically means that something that is not real, is not existing. No, most of hallucination even include schizophrenic people. Okay, they're not really sick. They get scared, and everybody tell them you're sick, and that scare them to be really sick. Okay. Oh, 我突然間唔記得神經分裂係咩
Schizophrenia or something.
Schizophrenic people, they really hear something other people will not hear. But that's their audio capacity cross the normal threshold of hearing. Okay, they hear something that really in low or high whatever 呢個輩分嚇，分貝
Decibel
就是 is a sound level. Okay.
Decibels.
Decibel.
Decibels.
So and they see something from their vision. Okay.
Yeah.
So they tell people, they say, oh, you're crazy, you're sick, you're schizophrenic. That scare them really to become medically schizophrenic. Okay. Actually, if after I wrote the book, it will help them to know that they should ease themselves. Okay? It's just that they see the vision that generate from the information that they pick up from the space and then come into their mind. Usually the vision, the appearance that the picture or everything they see is the photon hit their eyes. But at that moment when they're tired, when they're hyper, just like me, do hard exercises make my body tired, and then I focus to worship the one and God and Buddha and everyone. Then I focus. It's like Buddhists doing the meditation, but they use the form, right? That's not necessary. That when you focus to a point that to concentrate, to a point to 入定。入定怎么说？我上次告诉你 ，Samahi。For Buddhist language is Samahi。三摩地嘛 ，Samahi。Samadhi。That all of a sudden at that moment, your vision from receiving photon, and because it's so tired, and accidentally reverse the eyesight from picking up photon into emitting ray. It's just that the Canadian's professor, what was his name?
Wolf. Last name is Wolf.
Huh?
Last name is Wolf. You talk about the eye guy, right?
I read one. The one who test and confirm there's eye ray come out from a human being.
Maybe it's Collins. I need to check.
No, not that. I don't remember. But anyway, human being, when they sleep, when they're too tired, the eyesight will reverse from picking up photon turn into emitting ray. And that ray come out from the eye socket, carry out the information and the imagery that they pick up from the space and to their mind, because usually when they see things, they generate the imagery in the back of their head, and then they think about that, it generates the information and emit it to the space, and through the photon transfer to the whole world. That's science. So at that time they emitted the ray calls out the information that generates the imagery, the photo. The photo originally come in their mind, right? Now it's come out from their mind. That photo is the still photo, still imagery. But when it mixes up, because at that time you close your eyes, right? Have the eye shield, or as like other people when they're sleeping, when they see the gym, or at night, right? A lot of people at night could see ghosts, right? There's no ghost and no God that you can see. That still imagery mixed up with the moving around current of the magnetic photon wave in the current, they're moving around, that image become movie. And that movie is 3D movie, so transparent, so beautiful, it's someone like to say near-death experience, after the experience, oh, heaven, oh, nirvana. It's not heaven. It's not nirvana. It's just the 3D movie, beautiful movie that you observe and seeing and enjoying, but yet that's 3D because it's not the photon, usually photon coming into your eyes. It's the eye ray that come out to show the movie, and that rate, okay, to be scanning the moving magnetic ocean wave to generate a movie. And because at that moment, your whole body is numb because you're doing long time meditation or Islam moving or the 灵恩教派，就是说什么
Judaism,
spiritual deism.
No, that's Judaism.
Judaism, Jewish,
even facing the wall, that one?
or yeah, facing the wall, or the spiritual Christian. Some Christian like to do the spiritual and moving around and jumping around. They could really see something. Or the pastor or priest, right? 神父
Priest.
Priest. They worship to the point that their soul perception came out, and then they receive God's message. That's true, right? But Bible is written by those prophets or those special blessed worship guy or religious guy or pastor or priest or
Disciples,
disciple.
can you close the door? We're getting cold.
Disciple.
Thank you.
That have been downloading the revelation or epiphany, and when they wake up, because you need to be having low consciousness, means your soul have been taken away to be borrowed by the one, okay?
Yeah.
When you wake up, you remember some, then you roll it down to write Bible. But yet, human beings want to preach. Human beings have their understanding about religion, religious message. So they, because of their preaching intention and enthusiasm, right? They try to add something that they do not remember. Because at that time, they don't have audio recorder, they don't have video camera. They don't have anyone to write down for them.
Yeah.
So because of their emotion and enthusiasm, very hard to preach for God, of course, to worship God. They try to add something. So that's why Old Testament, New Testament have all a lot contradictory parts or message or passage, right? That's not what I talk about that. It's because the Christian expert, study expert, write a book about that, right? But people say, oh, every word is God's word. That's insulting God, right? Okay? Because that's human created God. That's human's words to interpret God's message that to download to you when you are in a possession situation, but you add a lot about your own thought and expectation, right?
Right.
So that's why a lot message in Bible contradictory. Don't talk about that. Oh, most people say that, well, no, God's words is not that so simple. It's not the appearance. And you need to read to the time that you really go into the very deep to understand the different meaning. That's exactly what other people say Mao Zedong's book talking about. Or Fa Ren Gong's Li Hongzhi's book for the Fa Ren Gong followers said, any contradiction is not contradiction. It's something human is still very limited in their wisdom. They don't understand. Come on. 25 years ago, 2,500 years ago, and 5,000 years ago, human being is still very have no low wisdom, and they may not understand things well. But we are living in 21st century. We spend a lot of time in school to learn science, and if you're still so ignorant and without any knowledge and understanding about science, it's wasting your life. You should not come to this century to live. You should go back to 2,500 years or 5,000 years, or go back to million years ago to see our great ancestor, right?
Ancestors.
Ancestor the ape, the human ape, right? So, what I mean is that remote viewing is not remote viewing, it's just you pick up, you focus on one position, just like GPS. That position, information will come to your mind if when you are in the right situation. As your body has been numb for any reason, and your mind is still very active to generate the function of the soul perception. That's science. Remote viewing is not remoting.
Not remote.
It's not remote. It's something come on the remote information come onto you. Out of body experience is not out of body. It's just that your soul is still with you. When you die, your soul the magnetic body may flow out with the information. That's true. When you die, there is no.
When you really die, okay?
When you really die, there is no magnetic field on your body anymore, except you are wrapped by the world's magnetic field. Because why I insist that the human soul is the magnetic soul body, because it's so sensitive and you can feel the particle swirling around you in a magnetic wave. And that particle, you can see it when you close your eyes with the eye shield in the right moment, right status of your body, that when your sixth sense come out. And I guess those currents of the wave or the particle, it could be someone always talk about dark matter in this world, because they cannot prove. They knew that the scientists knew that there is a lot of dark matter in this world, maybe 90% of the whole world, but they cannot prove it. But you can see it. Come on, you can see it. Learn. Take off your five senses. Use your mind eyes. Cover your eyes in the darkness with eye shield. Then you could, at the right moment, you could see it. You could really see the moving of that type of magnetic particle wave. And that particle wave, you can see it moving around, but your hand cannot touch it and change it. That means it's in the different dimension. It's in the information dimension. Understand? Not in the material dimension. Almost end. Maybe one more minute. Did I miss something? Out of body experience. Yeah. It's not out of body. Hallucination is not seeing something that does not exist. It's that the real imagery of the information come to your mind, and with the reverse eyesight have the way to shoot out a movie, projecting a movie that's very 3D and transparent and wonderful color. Because with your open eye, that's the normal photon, right? That's a different color. And when your eye ray shoot out, scanning like a radar, that type of vision is something very, very transparent, very, very 3D, three-dimensional, and never have any color that you can describe it with your mouth, because you have never seen it, right? Beautiful, wonderful. And maybe today, that's what I all of a sudden, because I talk about Buddhist Dharma and generate my idea to talk about that. And I think it's kind of very briefly, simply generalization of my very complicated and different deep levels of in the scientific foundation of the very logical theory about the truth of scientific human sixth sense soul perception and the truth about that. Really today, I just need to talk about that because I didn't eat anything tonight except a little bit dinner, huh? No breakfast, no lunch.
Yeah, you had dinner.
Huh?
You had dinner like me, fried rice.
Yeah, but a little bit. And I didn't, you have breakfast, you have lunch. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I played tennis today for
Yeah.
7 hours. Why? It's because to make my body very tired so that tonight I could have all my body numb, and when I listen to Buddhist Dharmas, representation through the video, and it make me my mind is very excited while the body is very tired and become low body, and then
Numb body, right?
Huh?
Become numb.
Yeah,
The body
it's
becomes
like
numb.
You have taken anti-physics medication when you do the surgery. That way, I hope the one, God, Buddha, could come on to me again. Oh, one more thing I want to add. Taiwanese 乩童, possession of God. They're jumping around and smell incense, right?
Incense.
Incense is kind of drug.
Incense, yeah.
It alters their consciousness a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But when they are still so aware about the environment, can jumping around like a chicken, they're not really being possessed, and their mind did not really taken by God or Buddha. They have a lot of Buddha, right? That's kind of fake play. They try to add into it. It's just like hypnotized, right? Hypnotized.
Yeah. What, hypnotism?
Hypnotism. When you have the real resistance with your subjective consciousness and the willpower, no one can hypnotize you. That's psychology book talk about that. It's just that you try to follow it and surrender yourself to it. It could incline and prompt to be possessed by the hypnotized teacher. And really, you can very easily go into the situation like you have a dream of the night walking, dream walking.
Sleepwalking.
Huh?
Sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking, yeah. You're my good English teacher. That way, you really can have no sense and no awareness and no consciousness about what you've been instructed to do by the hypnotized. And you act, and you don't feel pain. And you can lie on across two chairs, and the people step onto the body in the middle, and you will not feel anything, you can stand it. But what? The big deal of it. It's just numbing your body and go into the dream, and like a dream walking, right? But the wonderful thing of hypnotism, right? Hypnotism is that they can force you, if you go into that, if you voluntarily surrender your consciousness, they can you can, if you accidentally go into that hypnotism situation, then when they ask you things, you can reveal automatically the truth, because you do not have the subjective consciousness prevention to protect yourself, to guard against the truth to come out, to try to hide and tell lie anymore, right? So that's a remarkable thing. Thanks, the one.